What's up, everybody? Mike here, and in this video I've got some huge new Stellar Blade updates for you guys, going into actual game length for the game, including amount of side content, post-launch support and what they're going to do with that, free updates and things like that for the game after it launches, and the director also talking about the importance of single-player games and just a variety of games in the industry being important to him and what they're trying to do for Shift Up going forward. So first up, Stellar Blade is looking to be around 20 to 25 hours in length when it comes to the main story, but with doing the side content and extra stuff like getting collectibles on top of the main story, it will take 30 to 50 hours to complete. On top of that, the game will be adding New Game Plus sometime down the line as a free update. And then, in my opinion, this can be either good or bad as far as how you look at it. I mean, some games, do release at launch with a New Game Plus mode already added in, and other devs take their time and add down the line as a free update later on. So honestly, if you look at it, if you're just trying to get through the game, at least on the first playthrough, this shouldn't be probably too big of a deal, depending on how fast you get through a game, how much time you guys got to play the game, things like that. So this is cool. They're going to add this down the line in the future. It would also be cool if they add a crazy hard difficulty mode that still feels fair and balanced in the future. And when it comes to the length of the game, I think it's a good length for this overall, since often we get games feeling bloated with content or padded out with unnecessary content, and we don't need any more of that. Also, Stellar Blade director Kim Young-tae spoke about single-player games and Shift Up continuing to make them. In a post on Twitter, he says the industry needs single-player console games that have an ending, and Shift Up will continue to make them. Sales success has become a severe issue in recent years due to the rising cost of development. To be honest, I often hear advice from people around me that it would be better to make games that have higher profit margins. But what our industry needs than anything is variety, isn't it? Console titles, that is single-player games with an ending, have a very important value in themselves. A market where such games continue to be made and coexist with other genres and platforms is healthier. That's why Shift Up will continue to take on the challenge of console games in the future. We have a strong desire to continue to create games that allow many gamers to enjoy to the end and return to reality feeling good. That last line there, is something important because sometimes, a lot of us do get lost in video games, whether it's like single player games, co-op games, multiplayer, live service games, things like that, and let them consume us to an unhealthy degree. This is not for everybody, but, it's mindful to keep this mentality of like, hey, games are fun here. I have fun with it. And I won't get sucked in too deep and whatnot. It's okay to have fun and get immersed in it. But, when you're done, hey, you're done. You go back to reality. You do what you got to do. This, this is a lot of the case for a lot of casual gamers who, got a job, maybe got family or this and that going on. And on top of that, live service game wise, there's only maybe one or two you're going to be playing at a time. I know me personally, I only really have time for Final Fantasy 14 and Warframe as my two main live service type games I play and stick to. And even then, Warframe usually takes the, there's a secondary one that I play because 14 takes priority to me because I love Final Fantasy games. Now, moving on here though, Shift Up has also shared its plans in terms for post-launch support in a recent interview from Push Square, revealing the title will receive free updates that bundle in new costumes for Protagonist E to wear alongside the New Game Plus option, which we already kind of touched on a bit. It's also stated DLC has not been determined separately to the free content drops, which could suggest there will be a larger Stellar Blade expansion in the future also. So that's exciting news right there. And honestly, them adding in, free new costumes for the main protagonists when they could have easily made that microtransactions is just huge, honestly. The director also stressed the game won't feature any microtransactions, stating that we would like to make it clear here that Stellar Blade does not require any additional expenses that gamers are not aware of other than the cost of purchasing the package. He explains the only exception to this would be if the developer collaborates with another studio on a costume for Eve, which can be sold for a fee. And honestly, that makes a lot of sense. They can easily do internal cross promotion. For example, if they want to do like, a crossover with Ghost of Tsushima, Horizon series with Forbidden West, or Zero Dawn with Aloy, or something else, or not even in a Sony property. It could be a different company altogether. And just a reminder, there will be 30 costumes to choose from in the base game, and with more on the way after launch. There is a demo out right now. You can try it for yourselves. Have fun with it. See if this is up your alley. And the game does launch later this month on the 26th. And the last bit here that I want to point out is, based on another tweet, Stellar Blade is the current #1 pre-order game on the PlayStation Store, looking like sales, coming in hot here. And honestly, with the demo helping out with this game, the demo's going to help push sales. It's always good to do this, and I believe that the director, the Shift Up Studio, were the ones to push for putting out a demo instead of Sony. It's kind of weird because I thought Sony a long time ago was trying to essentially stress or pressure, devs to, at least a lot of these AAA, AA companies, to, make sure there's a demo available for an upcoming game on their platform. So the fact they didn't really push Shift Up to do so, and Shift Up was one that's took, the initiative to do this, is honestly interesting and surprising. But also a very good move in terms of hey, let the gamers try out a slice of the game. I personally enjoyed it, but I unfortunately got turned off a bit because of all the drama I started seeing on the internet about this game, and people want to argue and what about how the character looks and this and that. I'm not going to say too much more on it, but yeah, maybe I'll play it down the line when it's discounted and all the dumb freaking dramas over with, things like that. But I'm still want to report on it regardless to let you guys know what's going on with it, because I don't want my opinion as far as how, I don't want to be part of that drama affect you guys. As far as if you want to get it, you're going to get it regardless, right? I just want to report on some of the positive stuff they're doing with this game and how it's shaping up to be. So with everything here, it just sounds great, guys. What do you guys think, though? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this, if it was helpful to you, please leave a like too. Subscribe if you're new. My name is Mike. Thanks for watching.